Welcome to all platforms, to all groups, and to everyone. I'm Miss Wilson, and today we're going to talk about leadership built to last. Of course, this is part 2, so if you didn't get part 1, go ahead and get it. So this is a continuation, and we're at the power and principle of precept and concept. Now, I talk about original materials. Now, I want you to think about these two words, precept and concept. Because, first of all, a precept, original materials. The word precept means original idea. The word sept means thought. Pre means before. So precept means the thought before. So a precept is the original thought. So the most original thought is precept. Precept therefore means original information. So concept, you notice the word sept in there again, and the word sept means thought. Cons means together. So concept means a thought that has been concluded or has been consummated. A precept conceived a concept. A concept is the thought concluded. It's a picture thought that you can see because it's a complete conclusion. It's concept. But here's a word I want you to remember, principles. A principle is the original law produced by precept. It is the foundation law or the fundamental rules produced by a precept. When we talk about rebuilding leaders that can stand the pressure, the hard times, you gotta go for the original material. That's why the older cars are stronger, because they dealt with original materials. So the bumper on your car, it looks like steel, but it's fiberglass. Just hit it and you will see. And find an old car and do the same thing. And that whole car, you'll find out it's solid steel. It's the original idea. So what they do is they copied the idea, but not the material. And there's a lot of leaders that way. They act like Fred Price. They walk around like Joyce Myers. They preached like, say, Bishop Blair. I mean, they got the same movements, they got the tie, they got the suit, but it's plastic. And let me tell you something about plastic. If you put it next to plastic, oh boy. That's why I am never impressed or threatened by competition. Listen, just study the leader and you'll know what's going to happen. You gotta come from somewhere. Where did you come from? What's your history? What's your original thoughts? Very important concept, principle. What is a principle? An original law produced by precept. And what is a precept? An original idea. I mean, if you continue to listen to these sessions, you will be smart. A precept, therefore, is the most important thing in life because precept is truth. And truth is what? Original information. So everything else is false. If it's not the original idea, it's false. It looks good, it sounds good, it smells good, but it ain't good. So these philosophies you keep getting in college, where they have you read, they let you read Plato, Star Harrier, and Socrates. Now, none of these guys are in the Bible. And they told me that these thoughts of these men was the best thought for our society today. Our philosophy of our social structure today is built on these Greek philosophers, their ideas. So therefore, the world is run by the people because we live their ideas. We went to college, we study their ideas. We come within the world, we apply them to our lives, their ideas. So, the world is run by the people. Why? They try to get their ideas in your head. You were built on their ideas of the Greek philosophers. We're not built on biblical philosophies, which is the precept. But instead, we're built on Greek philosophy, which the Roman, keep in mind that the Greek Britain is a product of Rome. So we are built on Greek philosophy, which the Roman adopted. So can you imagine we're built on these defective philosophies? But there is an idea that is older than Plato. So I remember when they asked Jesus a question, they tried to trick him. Should a man divorce his wife for any reason? Matthew 14. He knew what they would have to write. He said, who wrote the bill of divorcement? In other words, where this idea come from? Because it sure didn't come from me. And they say, I am God. In other words, divorce is not an original idea. Marriage is. They say Moses. They say, you're right, they're right. But then he come back and he said, in the beginning. See, he went back to the precept. True leadership always go back to the precept. And if you keep listening to this session, you will only get precept. Precept is the original truth. People can argue your opinion, but they cannot argue the truth. Because the truth is reasonable, logical, and rational. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. So Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Let me quote it the way they would say today. I am the way to the truth that gives you life. Why? I'm the manufacturer. If you want to know the original idea, you come through me. He said. So if you want to know the original idea, he said, you got to come through me. And if I give it to you, you finally know what real life is, he said. Because no one knows the original idea. Rather, no one knows the original idea better than the one who originated. So we talk about leadership, restoring and rebuilding that lasts. So we have to get back to the original information about leadership. Everything else is defective. Okay, precept. Well, here is why David was such a successful man with God. So three men that Jesus referred to as his friends: Moses, Abraham, and David. But there was only one person that God ever said this about. This is a man after my own heart. He never said that with anybody else. So now I'm going to show you why. David knew the secret to success was not learning the concept of God. He knew the secret to life was learning the precepts of God. There are dozens of Psalms that David constantly asked King Christ, not for concept, but for precept. Psalms 119 verse 4. You have laid down precepts that